Hey guys, you're riding with Marshall once again, and today we're going to ride what you already read in the title, the new 2024 Pan America. In fact, I'm the first one on this demo bike, so once again I get to put some miles on a bike that have very few miles. So where am I? Well, you can see right there. That's where I'm at. I'm at John Elway Harley Davidson in Greeley, Colorado, and they don't pay me to do this. I actually used to, but I got out of that because I like to say what I want without feeling like I'm entitled to have to promote somebody. The fact is, I do promote Greeley Harley Davidson, and I'm about to show you why. And I've shown you why on this channel before, and I'm always going to keep showing you why, because as long as there's dealerships out there that we can call stealerships, I want those guys shut down, and I want all the rest of the Harley dealers to be more like this. Right. So I pointed it out before, and I'm pointing it out again. If you walk into a dealership and you don't see a price tag on a bike, you might want to walk out, because they're probably sizing you up to guess how much money you have. So we're going to ride this demo today. This is a 2024 Pan America 1250 Special. The standard color now, the stock color, is billiard gray. They moved on from black. This tells you the price, the freight, the prep work to put the wheels on, all that from the crate, and the total suggested retail. So total suggested retail on this one's $23,898, and the reason for that is because it has the spoked wheels on it instead of the mag wheels. It has the adaptive ride height feature on it already on the bike. So those items add up a little bit to your base. You can get a base one without the adaptive ride height and with mag wheels for about $19,900 plus tax. So they tell me that roughly out the door we're looking at $25,000. You might scoff, but look at the price of a BMW out the door, and I think you'll see this is cheaper. The first year that you put out a ground-changing bike, maybe that's not the right term, a ground-breaking bike for your brand, which this was, there's bound to be some issues. And that happens with every manufacturer, no matter who it is, whenever they change the game up. The Pan America was a game changer for Harley, because prior to the Pan America and even the new Sportster, variable valve timing wasn't really a thing. It is now a thing. And this engine, the Revolution Max engine, you'd almost not believe it came from Harley when you're used to twin cam 103s, because this engine is 150 horsepower, 96 foot-pounds of torque, and it's on an adventure bike. So what changes did they make for 2024? And why am I titling this video Before You Buy a Pan America? Let's just spell that out right now before we even take it for a ride. Before you buy a Pan America, you might want to consider buying a brand new one, the 2024 and newer, depending on when you're watching this video. The reason being, there was a charging issue with the prior models. They had a Sportster battery in it, they had a wiring harness they weren't quite sure of, and something was draining the battery if you left it for 2 weeks. That something, maybe, now this is just me talking, that something could have been the fuel pump, because they were having fuel pump issues too. Now in the 2024, they did not replace the fuel pump with any new model, so I'm guessing that the wiring harness had something to do with the fuel pumps burning out. My theory, picture if you will, you've shut off the bike, you've left it for 2 weeks, but the fuel pump is running the whole time. That of course will drain the battery down. That of course will burn out a fuel pump too if it's not soaked in gasoline. Just my theory. The world according to Marshall. So, it has a new wiring harness. It has a new battery from the Softail instead of the Sportster. New charging circuit. And you can change these on the older models, but there's going to be some expense involved because there's a cooling manifold that has to be replaced, as well as the wiring harness and the battery. If you don't replace the cooling harness and the stator, there will be problems. So, do you want problems, or do you just want to buy a brand new one and not worry about it? Plus you got all that warranty. You really want a long warranty, don't you? So we're going to take this out today. They're going to give it to me for 2 hours. We'll take it out on some dirt roads too. And we'll see how it compares to my prior video. One thing to note, you've got the headlight here, similar to a BMW that follows you around the corners. We have auxiliary lights already installed and bars already installed, included in this price. What's that? Oh, I already did the tubeless tires, yeah. So, just giving you one more look over. Like I said, you got tubeless tires. You got spoked wheels, spokes on the outside. That's how you know they're tubeless. You got Brembo brakes, a brand you can't really dispute. There's really no better, to our knowledge. You have a comfortable seat with a nice backstop. We have a 5.6 gallon gas tank, and that's going to give us a range over 200 miles. Probably about 220 would be my guess. So you really are getting a lot for your money. It's not the old days of Harley Davidson where you're paying for the paint job. Here you're actually getting quite a bit of value. So now that I've given you the ad for it, I forgot one fact. They also changed the charging so that it charges up to 45 watts at a much lower RPM than before. So they didn't just do one thing to hopefully fix the issue. They did many things to fix the charging issue. And this is the new Harley Davidson. This is the Harley Davidson that listens to what's going on, rather than just spinning the little spinner and releasing a new bike with a fat bob fender on it and something different just for looks from a committee. So anyway, we're gonna take it out. So what does this sound like? Well, it's a 1250. And even though it's water cooled, it can be a little loud. Exhaust sounds like a helicopter. Let's ride this thing. All right, guys, hopefully you can hear me. As usual, we're going to test the front brake. It's got some not very much dive. This is a brand new bike after all. We have 10 miles on the odometer. Those are dealership ridden miles, not test miles. I'm the first test rider for this. Rear brake is good. 68 degrees, excellent. Charging is at 14 volts. Clutch engagement, ooh, nice. About midway, perfect. So I was tiptoeing it. I'm not sure if the adaptive ride height is on. Well, it is, because I'm flat-footed now. All right. So I'm on the highway and I'm doing 69. I'll just leave that alone. And I don't have any wind buffeting to my helmet. It's about as loud as usual. The windshield could come up a little higher though, probably right about here. So I'd probably put an aftermarket windshield just to bring it up a little taller, prevent some of the wind noise in the helmet. I got the cruise control set, hence the 69, right? So before you buy a Pan America, you need to know that the turn indicators now match the rest of the planet. You don't have a left indicator and a right indicator at your thumbs anymore. It's all on one, which means it's easy to cancel your turns with the press of the button. Oh, this engine gets on it though. I'm going to do the stupid thing here and compare it to the Moto Guzzi. The Moto Guzzi you can ring out as well, but of course at 1250 cc's with a 13:1 compression ratio, this engine is, well, it's borderline racetrack for an adventure bike. It is a beautiful day to be riding, and it's a beautiful day to be on an adventure Harley. Those two words, they just really don't seem to fit. An adventure Harley. And it's almost like it's not a Harley. It's almost like it's a KTM. So, you've seen this place before in my BMW review. I had BMW people chiming in complaining that I was talking too much about the ghost town, not enough about the bike. But this is Deerfield, what's left of it. They are trying to revitalize it. And I'm going to switch modes here. So there is a mode switch, and unlike the Moto Guzzi, it actually does switch modes. That was sport. This is off-road. I want off-road mode, just to keep me from spinning out. Alright, let's go see what it does on the dirt. First gear. Let's go to second gear. That's better. Okay, so I'm in off-road mode and I'm trying to feel these bumps. There's a bump. Let's see it. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Here's some washboard. I don't feel the washboard at all. Now this is an electronic suspension, so it's going to adjust. I'm in some sand. I can feel it. The tire's losing it a little bit. Still good. Lots of washboard. I've never actually done this road before. Standing up, I need risers on the bars. I'm leaning over the bike too much. But keeping a very steady pace on the washboard road, and you might notice my voice is not wavering. So suspension's doing a really good job of soaking up the washboard. I should probably turn around up here because it looks like people live here. We're fairly sandy, and I don't really notice that either. Sitting down, you notice how gravelly the road is. The tires are losing it a little bit. Now we'll just turn around up here. Now, turning around up here, this is where I rely on the ride height. I mean, I could just ride this in a circle, but I'm curious. Is it going to feel too tall turning around? No, I'm flat-footed again. That engine's got a lot of growl for a little movement. And I don't want to just open it up either. Of course, yeah, I'm in first. I'm alright. Feather it. There we go. Nice. Now, compared to the left and right cylinders and the lighter weight of the Moto Guzzi, I'll say I can feel a little bit of top end weave in the sand. I need to be going a little bit faster. I know this road is nothing for most of you guys. I'm in the wrong side. A little bit of steering adjustment goes a long way on this bike. There's a house. Used to be. I should actually let you guys see some of this. So, braking on dirt, am I going to skid? No, it's very controlled. Well, that's kind of sad. They were working on this building and they had a fresh coat of stain on it last time I was looking at it. Now the stain's wearing off. Ah, visor open, I can breathe. So, off-road mode. Yeah. Does it feel like a tall bike? When I'm on the highway, it feels like a tall bike. You're above other bikes. I'm not going to say it feels super tall though. I mean, once again, adaptive ride height. Foot is flat on the ground. Foot is flat on the ground. Almost. There we go. Now there. I don't even feel it lift up and down. I just come to a stop, put my feet down, and look. There's ground. And that's pretty cool. And you can bounce the bike. I'm bouncing the rear shock pretty well here. Which, that soft rear shock might be what's making up for all this washboard. But it's fun. Now, a year ago, I wouldn't have taken somebody's brand new bike on a road like this after not having ridden it myself, but it's not that bad of a road. I know it. Most of you are going to tell me you've got driveways worse than this. I like it. Well, let's switch to sport mode. Rain mode. Nah, I don't want no rain mode. Sport mode. There we go. Let's see what it does on the way back. I have some space to let her rip. Whoa! That was second gear. Second gear does a real nice wrap up. There's all that wind, but yeah, I don't know what the 0 to 60 speed is. If I find out, I'll put it right here. With a little more practice, I could have done that speed a lot better. I'm guessing it's a 4-second bike, 0 to 60, because in about 6 seconds I had it at 84. This is Kersey, Colorado. Don't blink or we'll miss the whole intersection. And the odds would have it that there's a whole row of traffic coming just when I had an opening, but that's okay. A restaurant, liquor store, a Family Dollar, of course, because there's got to be one, and the Stinker gas station. Literally, it says Stinker. You do want to use premium fuel with a 13-to-1, and this is a top tier gas station, so shouldn't be any complaints with me filling it up for them. Let's do it. By the way, now we're at a gas station. Safety tip. Always put your side stand down or the bike will fall over if you try to get off of it. Now the side stand is a point here on this bike because with ride height, adaptive ride height that is, you can't have one kickstand be one height. That's the center stand. Where exactly is the side stand? I see a little tab up here. There it is. It's a tiny little thing. It's further ahead of my foot than I thought. But watch as I lean the bike over how far that moves. If this is your first time on a Pan America, it will move disconcertingly further than you think. They've actually beefed that up for this year too. I think I'd probably put a wider boot on it, something that doesn't slide so easy. I'm still not done yet. To get off the bike, we're leaning it pretty far over. But get used to that. That's what adaptive ride height needs. I gotta show that off. That's worthy of a picture next time I come back. That old garage, old auto parts store. Kersey. Fun times. Oh, there's a delivery. Maybe they have more Pan Americas. Ah, I like that reflection. So as adventure bikes go, I gotta say it's pretty nice. Did I feel any heat on my legs? I actually did not feel very much heat on my legs despite all this being unshielded. I really didn't feel too much heat, mainly because your legs are all the way back here. They are, however, a little high up. So my leg was pretty far bent over the shield and came back here. But on an adventure bike, it's perfectly okay to stand up from time to time and stretch your legs. What I do feel heat from is the heat from the engine coming upwards at a red light. You don't feel it when you're moving, but you feel it at a red light coming straight up. And I never once heard the radiator fans kick on. Maybe because they didn't need to. I'm very impressed.
I gotcha.
So hey guys, I know I said that I'm not paid by John Elway Harley Davidson to say these things, but they did actually pay me something. I got this really cool little coin. So no monetary value unless eBay wants something for them, but the good news is if you come and do a test ride here at Greeley Harley Davidson, they'll give you the same 2 hours I had to basically take any place, and you get one of those. I mean, who doesn't like chips, right? Well, this is a metal one, so come get one. So, 2024 Harley Pan America. I very much enjoyed it. Raised the bars and raised the windshield for me, and we're good. Cruise control works great. Very easy to figure out. I did, however, put a few bugs on it in the 50-some miles I rode it. But hey, at least I filled the gas tank. We should normalize doing that for test rides. Give the next rider some gas. I don't know what else to tell you about it, other than after decades of twin cam 103s, increasing the displacement and calling it a new model, I'm so shocked by this bike. I'm proud to wear a Harley shirt again. Well, especially one with her on it. Hey guys, I just want to say I do appreciate those of you viewing my channel, and it does warm my heart when through the course of a workday my phone chimes and I see a new comment, a positive comment, of someone appreciating what little work I actually put into these videos. So once again, I'll just want to say sincerely, thanks for watching.